The Red Frontier, Mars Unveiled, Chapter 1, Anomaly on the Horizon. In the year 2067, humanity had firmly established itself as a multi-planetary species. The Martian colonies, supported by NASA and other international space agencies, were bustling hubs of scientific discovery and technological progress. While Earth's environmental challenges remained dire, Mars offered hope, a new frontier where humanity could start anew. But not all was as it seemed on the Red Planet. Dr. Elena Vasquez, a senior exoplanetary biologist with NASA, was stationed at Olympus Base near the base of Olympus Mons. She had been monitoring unusual patterns in the Martian atmosphere for weeks, a rise in oxygen levels and strange fluctuations in methane. At first, the changes were subtle, attributed to underground volcanic activity or unrecorded geological phenomena. But as days turned into weeks, the transformations became undeniable. "Have you seen this?" Elena asked, pointing at her holo display during the morning briefing. Her team of scientists leaned in, their faces shadowed by disbelief. The readings showed a rapid increase in plant-like biomass over a vast area of the Martian surface near Valles Marineris. However, these plants were like nothing found on Earth, crystalline structures that shimmered under the thin Martian sunlight, emitting faint luminescence during the night. "What's the source?" asked Dr. Carter Lee, an atmospheric physicist. "There shouldn't be a source," Elena replied, "unless someone or something is actively changing the planet's ecosystem." Chapter 2, Unauthorized Terraforming. The team at Olympus Base sent urgent reports to NASA on Earth. Satellites were redirected to focus on the affected areas, revealing something even more alarming. Colossal hexagonal structures sprawled across hundreds of kilometers, seemingly growing from the ground. These structures appeared to be processing the carbon dioxide-rich Martian atmosphere and pumping out oxygen and water vapor. NASA scrambled to verify whether a rogue human faction or private corporation could be behind the terraforming operation. However, all official and unofficial Mars missions were accounted for. Then came the most shocking discovery. The structures weren't of human origin. They were alive. Remote drones sent to investigate captured images of biomechanical organisms tending to the hexagonal structures. The creatures were humanoid but alien, tall with elongated limbs, translucent skin that refracted light like a prism, and eyes that glowed faintly blue. They moved with an otherworldly grace, interacting with the structures as if farming them. Chapter 3, Contact and Conflict. The discovery sparked a global frenzy. Was humanity witnessing an advanced alien civilization terraforming Mars? Did this species claim Mars as their own, or had they only recently arrived? NASA initiated contact protocols, broadcasting mathematical patterns, light signals, and even images of the human DNA sequence toward the hexagonal fields. For weeks, there was no response. Then, one day, Olympus Base detected an incoming signal. The aliens responded, not in words, but through holographic images projected directly into the minds of the scientists via their equipment. The images told a story. The aliens, whom humanity named the Architects, had been seeding planets across the galaxy for millennia. Mars was one of their projects, abandoned after Earth's rise to dominance. Seeing humans colonize the Red Planet, the Architects had returned to reclaim what they considered theirs. Chapter 4, The Dilemma. The revelation split humanity. On one side, Earth governments demanded the immediate cessation of the Architects' terraforming efforts, arguing that Mars was now a human domain. On the other side, ethicists and scientists contended that humanity had no right to evict an ancient species from their own creation. Tensions escalated when human settlers near the Valles Marineris reported aggressive behavior from the Architects. The biomechanical organisms began constructing barriers and using energy fields to keep humans out of their terraforming zones. NASA's drones that crossed these boundaries were dismantled with surgical precision. The UN Space Council authorized NASA and other agencies to prepare for potential conflict. Satellites armed with high-energy lasers were repositioned over the terraforming sites, while ground forces were equipped with experimental EMP weapons designed to disable alien technology. But Elena Vasquez, haunted by the images the architects shared, argued for peaceful resolution. If we attack, we risk declaring war on a species far more advanced than us, she warned. Chapter 5. The Decision. A tense summit was held on Earth, broadcast globally. The question of Mars' future now hinged on a single decision. Should humanity coexist with the architects, or should it assert its claim over Mars at any cost? Elena was among the voices urging diplomacy. She proposed a radical solution, a treaty that would divide Mars between humans and the architects, allowing both species to thrive while sharing knowledge. But not everyone agreed. Factions within Earth's governments and corporations viewed the architects as a threat to humanity's sovereignty in space. Secretly, they launched a covert attack, deploying an orbital weapon to destroy one of the hexagonal structures. The retaliation was swift and devastating. The architects disabled human satellites, grounded all Martian transports, and erected an impenetrable energy shield around their territories. The message was clear. They would not tolerate further aggression. Chapter 6. Coexistence or Extinction. With communications severed and tensions at an all-time high, humanity faced an existential crisis. Could it find a way to coexist with an alien species that was far more advanced yet seemingly uninterested in conquest? Elena and her team worked tirelessly to re-establish contact, this time broadcasting messages of apology and cooperation. Days turned into weeks before the architects responded. This time, the holographic images were clearer. They depicted a future where humans and architects worked together, transforming Mars into a thriving biosphere that could support both species. But the message came with a warning. Any further hostility would result in the architects leaving and taking Mars' new atmosphere with them. Epilogue. The Red Frontier. Reimagined years later, Mars stood as a symbol of cooperation. The architects and humans cohabited the planet, sharing technology and resources. The crystalline structures flourished alongside human habitats, and the once barren planet began to turn green. Though tensions lingered, humanity had taken its first steps toward understanding it was not alone in the universe. The architect's presence on Mars served as a reminder that the cosmos was vast, ancient, and full of life, and that the future of humanity depended not on domination, but on coexistence. Mars, the Red Frontier, had become a home for more than one species.